5 reasons why God took relationship away from you. Yes, my dear, have you ever been in a relationship and all of a sudden you found that you are no more in this relationship? Yes, it might be a dating relationship, it might be normal friend relationship. In today's episode, I came to discuss with us reasons why God took relationship away from you. Yes, at the moment you may not understand it, but as time goes by, you will understand and say, oh, is this why God took away this relationship? Grab your pen, grab your paper, and let's journey together. Number 1, God took away your ex to give you your husband. Wow, yes. God took away your ex to give you your husband. Madam, may I tell you that the Bible said in the book of Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plan I have for you, the thought I have for you, the thought of good, to give you your expected end. My dear, may I tell you that God knows the plan He has for you. Yes, sometimes you may be in that relationship, you feel like, oh, this person is the person that loves me, but you don't know that this person is not the right person for you. That in future, this person may abandon you and marry another person, or in future something may happen that you yourself, you don't want to continue in that relationship. Do you know what God will do? God will take it away and prepare you and give you your husband. Yes, I have seen so many people that came to me and say, hey, auntie, mommy, sister, do you know what happened? I was dating this person, but all of a sudden we have just little misunderstanding and we separated. Before I know it, another man approached and married me, and I have been dating this person for months, for years. So sometimes God took away your ex in order to give you your husband. Number 2, God took away your relationship in order to grow you, to prepare you to be that woman He wants you to be in future. Yes, in order to grow you in that difficulties. May I tell you that I have heard so many stories of people that said, if this person did not disappoint me, I couldn't have grown deeper in relationship with God. If I have not gone through this rejection, I couldn't have grown deeper in relationship with God. Let me give you an example with my experience. Just as I told you in one of my previous videos, that I married at late 30s, but in that difficult time, God was growing me, drawing me closer to Him. May I tell you that I grow my relationship with God. I fasted like never before, going for 21 days, 14 days, dry fasting, without eating, without drinking, praying hours without getting tired. Though that it was a difficult situation to me then, but when I look back and see how God drew me closer to Him, and that is what is helping me even in my marriage, that I can fast even when I was pregnant, even on the day of delivery, I was fasting. It's no more something for me. Even on the day of delivery, I wake up every 3 a.m. to pray, like it becomes me. So whenever God take away a relationship, He is drawing you close to Himself. So don't feel like, oh, God is doing bad thing, but instead God is drawing you closer to Himself. Remember what the Bible said in the book of James 1:2-4. He said, consider it all joy. In whatsoever we are passing through, we should consider it all joy. Look at what God is doing in your life whenever He take away a relationship. Number 3, whenever God takes away relationship, He is protecting you from being hurt. Yes. My dear, may I tell you that the heart of man, you won't understand. Yes. Even the heart of your own children is difficult to understand them. You may be in that relationship, you feel like, oh, he loves me, he's the final, all this. Because God, who molded us, who know everything in us, He have seen that if you are in this relationship, 5 years, 2 years, 3 years, 1 month, you will be hurt. This relationship will hurt your life. What will God do? God will remove you from that relationship. So whenever God remove you from a relationship, know that God have seen the future and he don't want you to fall a victim. Another reasons why God took relationship away from you is he has a special assignment for you that the person can't go with you. Let me explain a little better. Assuming that God called you for a special assignment, let me give example like for those who are in ministry job, like maybe God called you to be a pastor, evangelist, or something so special. But God have noticed that if you stay in this relationship, this person won't go with you. Or perhaps this person will not support you, or this person will be an obstacle for you to fulfill his purpose. Remember, my darling, that whenever there is an elevation, there is separation. So because that God is elevating you to a special calling, God will separate you. Therefore, he will separate you from the person, the relationship that won't allow you to fulfill his promises. So if you notice that God separates you from a relationship, know that God may have a special calling, a special assignment for you. I've heard so many people that said, "Oh, mommy, do you know that if I married that person, I couldn't have been in this ministry by now? Oh, mommy, do you know that if I married that person, I couldn't have been where I am now?" Reason because not that the person is bad, but because the person may not support them, the person may not go with them, the person may be an obstacle for what God is doing in their life. That's why God separates them from the person. So whenever you see those separation, know that God may be calling you for a special purpose, for a special calling, that you need special people in your life to journey with you, not just anybody. The last but not the least, but before we continue, I want to ask you, have you subscribed? Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and put in the comments, have you experienced any of this, or you experienced similar thing like this? The last but not the least is when God take you away from a relationship, he is building your better version. Yes. My dear, may I tell you that sometimes we are in a relationship, but we are not with our best and better version. But when God separates you from that relationship, when God removes you from that relationship and deal with you the way he wants and mold you the way he wants and allow you to see yourself, like review yourself to you, my dear, you will see that you build a better version of yourself. I've seen so many people that say, "Hey, after I left that relationship, I see my better version. After I left that relationship, I understand myself. After I left that relationship, this happened to me." So whenever God took away relationship from you, know that God is building a better version of yourself. Don't sit down to murmur. Don't sit down to blame God. Don't sit down to ask God, but why this, why that, why that? All you need to do is to sit down to know what God is doing at that moment. Yes, I may not deny, it may be painful, but in future when you look back, you will say, "God, thank you." Just as I told you with my own experience, when I was waiting for marriage, yes, it wasn't an easy job. It wasn't an easy journey. But guess what? When I look back today, I say, "God, thank you." Like the things mothers struggles in their home, it's no more anything for me. Because God have used my difficult situation to build me to be the mother or a wife he wants me to be. I hope this episode blessed you. Please don't forget to put in the comments your takeaway, and I will see you in another episode. God bless you.